everyone, and welcome to Long's Toys. I have another Microman Magne Powers review for you today. This is 030, the Magne animals. We have the Magne Jaguar and Magne Cougar. So as you can see, it's two cats, one here blue, one black, and they're pretty neat. I think they look pretty cool. They're definitely a decent size, which I'm pretty psyched about. They have this weird, they call it battle mode, where one turns into like a scorpion tail for the other one. They can become legs for these Magne Robos that I really need to find one of those. I have so many toys that have compatibility with them. I mean, so here are the three right here, the Magne Robo. They have compatibility with these guys. They have compatibility with the Zen Mines that we've seen already. The Change Troopers I did yesterday. These two cats. Even down here you can see these guys are called the Magne Titans. And I'm not quite sure. One of them has a drill. One of them is a saw blade. I'm not quite sure what he is. They almost look like they're tools or something. I'm not quite sure what's going on. But they have compatibility here. They can kind of form like a centaur mode, which is kind of neat. There's this large bird down here. This looks like Hurricane Bird. There you go. It's just called Hurricane Bird. He can also merge with the Robo and kind of form wings while they become legs, so that's kind of cool. So there's definitely a lot of compatibility in this line that unfortunately I just can't access without one of those Robos, so I really need to try to get my hands on one of them. But these two cats look pretty cool, so let's go ahead, we'll get them out of the packaging, and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here are the two out of the packaging. The blue one is the Cougar, and the black one is the Jaguar. And I got to tell you, these guys are actually really, really cool. I've been playing around with these for a little bit, and I'm pretty impressed. They definitely feel very solid, very hefty, which I like. And the cool thing about this is they have little magnet bays, so the back legs connect via magnets. There's magnets there. This is just a piece of metal. Boom, connects. And it's strong. I mean, it can move around, but it's not going anywhere. Like, these toys are 20 years old. The magnets are still really good. So, love that. Love the design of these. I think the head sculpt looks great. The other thing that's cool, you can go ahead and just take this out. It's just on the ball joint there, and it just pops right in. Very simply, and you can move the head up and down, spin side to side. The legs come off. They're also pretty easily just pegged right on there, so they can spin all the way around. You have a joint here in the leg. These can move all the way around because that's a ball joint. You have a joint here kind of in the middle of the leg there, so right about there. So that can move around. Then you have a joint here in the tail. So very, very cool. I'm liking these quite a bit. The Jaguar has all the same articulation, just a little bit different head sculpt. You can see the Cougar here has kind of more teeth than the Jaguar, but I really like the green eyes. I think that was a great choice with the Jaguar. It really pops. I like that quite a bit. So you do have a lot of playability functions here. The first thing I want to show you is they both come with some projectiles. So you have these two little blades. They fit into the back legs here. So you just kind of click them in, and you can kind of see that there's like a little channel right there that the smaller circle on the inside is going to fit into. And then it's just friction fire. So you just press this in, and it fires pretty decently, I have to say, for friction fire missiles. The Jaguar has something very similar, where you push these in, and you can kind of see how there's like a little notch on the top and the bottom. That's for the spearhead, so you have to put them in. You can't put them in like this. You have to put them in vertically. Like that. Go ahead. Pop this in like so. And then again, it's just friction fire. So pretty good. Pretty decent little firing mechanism there. And the nice thing about friction fire is it really shouldn't ever become a problem. You know, it's not like a spring that could eventually go bad over time or something like that. But yeah, I'm digging on these two little guys. I think they're really neat. They have a nice bit of functionality and articulation. And I love the magnet. There's even another magnet up here, so you can do some crazy combinations. So I'm going to go ahead and show off some of them right now. Alright, so the first thing I wanted to show you is you can actually combine these together into kind of a weird scorpion mode, which they call battle mode on the packaging. I'm going to go ahead and, let's see if I remember to take the legs off. I'm going to take these, actually I think you leave these legs on. This opens up, and this actually separates in half. It's a little bit hard to do, but there you go. You can see that it's just two clips here on the sides of the ball joint, and they clip in here. So you're going to put all this stuff off to the side. You're going to kind of flip these around, and you'll see that the cats both have kind of some kind of gun on the back of their legs. You can see that the gun is a little bit more pronounced on the Cougar than it is on the Jaguar, but still pretty cool. So you're going to bring these around like so, and then this will flip down like this. Going to bring this up a little bit more, and then this just connects right on there and makes this weird scorpion tail thing. I'm not quite sure what's going on with this, but they call it battle mode. It's a little goofy looking, but it's also kind of fun. It just shows you some of the stuff you can do with the magnets. And the magnets really stick. Sometimes I have trouble getting them off. If we put the Cougar off to the side and focus again on the Jaguar, you can go ahead and take these pieces off. Bring this piece back in that we took off previously. Kind of fold the tail down a little bit. You can see that this already kind of starts to look like a leg. You'll take this. You'll turn the head around. You'll fold this all the way up like so. And then this will clip on this right there. And then that will give you one of the legs, like I said, to the larger robot that I don't have. But that's how you build the two legs out of the two cats. And then you can take one of these, and let's see, we'll want this one. I mean, depending on which leg you want, you would put this on the side so it could have a launcher, and then you would transform the other one right here and put his leg on the other side. So that's how you'd make the two cat legs for the larger robot. I have to say, it looks pretty cool. I like the cat kneecaps, cat head kneecaps. Pretty fun. So I think these combinations are kind of crazy, but putting all that off to the side for a moment, and we'll work over here with the Cougar again. Because you do have this connection port on the top, you could do something like bring in one of the power troopers, or change troopers rather, and you could connect him on here. It looks a little goofy, but you could. If you wanted to kind of have this be kind of like a gun or something, pretend he's firing, because that connection port does work with the magnet. We talked about how the Zen mines can kind of connect. Doesn't work as well, but you could definitely connect this on here as well, because you have that magnet port. You just have to find a way that makes sense to connect these, maybe to the bottom of the feet down here. Something like this. And then you could have like a bladed weapon like that. So I just think it's neat to finally have something that has some magnet ports right here. So I can start connecting all of these other figures that I've had for a while now that have the big metal ball joints. So I think that's a lot of fun. And definitely gives you a lot of options with this line. A lot of interconnectivity, a lot of playability. So I have to go ahead and transform this guy back. The other thing you can do is you can have the smaller Micromen ride them. You can see there's kind of like a built-in saddle right here. So if we go ahead... Now the problem with these guys, they don't like really bend all that great. Let's see how this goes. I guess that's not bad. Can we get him to fit? Yeah, that works. That works. And they actually scale really well. Like, I feel like he fits on here really well. Like, much better than he does with either this guy or this guy. I feel like with the cats, they really fit on there, and it looks natural. Like, it looks in scale to, you know, human riding a giant tiger. I know that sounds ridiculous, but if you think about like a horse, the way a human would ride a horse, it's, you know, it's in scale to that perspective. So I think that looks really, really cool. And then we'll just go ahead and lift him up. And he doesn't even need the magnets to hold him in place, which is nice. Because he's got the magnets in the feet, these are the same polarity, so you can kind of see how it's pushing the leg away because those two magnets are the same polarity, so he can't connect to that. So I would assume all of the magnets in this line are the same polarity, and that's why they have to give these kinds of figures just a metal ball joint, or just really just a metal ball to connect in. But like I said, those connection points are solid. Like, they're not going anywhere, so that's really cool. And you can see they also have their own joints, so that if you wanted to, let's see, just to show this off, we've got a connection point right there. You could connect them together, something like that. Yeesh, some of those are really strong. So anyway, really cool. I think these are a lot of fun. Let's see if I can get these back together. You know what? I'll be back in a second. I actually really love these two a lot. They're probably like top 5 my favorite figures from the whole line so far. I'm really, really enjoying them. I think they look really cool as cats. The color schemes are great. The head designs for the cats are great. The tails, all the legs and everything are really fun. They have kind of the built-in saddles, which I think look good. The Microman figures can ride them really well. It looks natural. They fit on there pretty securely. The projectiles in the back legs are fun. The fact that they have the magnet ports all around make it very easy for them to connect to all the other figures, like the Zen Mines and the Change Troopers, the things that I've already reviewed, can all connect on there, which is really fun. When I eventually get the Magne Robo and the Magne Titans, they're going to have connectability with them as well. So these guys are just all around a good time, and I think they're a ton of fun. I found mine on eBay for an actually pretty decent price. I think it was like $6 plus $10 for shipping or something ridiculous. Like, it's pretty spot on deals, about 15-16 bucks. So yeah, if you're looking for them, I would check eBay. Otherwise, I would check Mandarake, Yahoo Japan auctions, things like that. But these two might, like I said, definitely top 5 from the line so far. I would say the cassette machines are definitely up there. And then these guys maybe second to the cassette machine. I don't know. It's tough. Definitely top. I would say definitely up there. These guys and the cassette machines probably my favorites so far. But definitely a lot of fun to be had here. Definitely check them out. And that'll do it for this one. So please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.